So David, we finished the season today with a 3-1 defeat at home to Macclesfield. On paper, it doesn't look like a great result, but a real battling performance with 10 men for most of the game.
I thought until we went down to 10 men, I thought we were very much in the game. I thought we set up well. I thought the lads took the instructions into the game. I thought we pressed in the right areas. They were a good side. They had some good possession, but they didn't really cause that many problems. And we had a couple of half chances. He had a big chance that the keeper made a good save from. I think once it goes down to 10 men, we could very easily have crumbled. But the attitude of the players to keep going, pull it back to 1-1, says a lot about them. You know, really does say a lot about them. We conceded at a bad time, and then second half it was tough. You know, we had to take Ben off because he wasn't well. We had to change the shape as a result of that. But I thought we were superb second half in terms of work rate, effort, desire, attitude, and the third goal was a calamity of errors. Probably a few tired legs there. So we put a gloss on the scoreline. That probably wasn't reflective of the overall game, but proud of the lads. I think the game epitomised what we've seen from them this season. Yes, there were the moments of silliness that cost us. That's probably what cost us the playoffs. But in terms of attitude, work rate, desire, and the quality of some of the football, I think we've seen that all through the season. And said to them there, proud of what they've done. It's been a pleasure to work with this year.
A shout out for Keogh today, really. Obviously, captain's performance. He started off up top and then ended up as centre back, rolling back the years as a centre back.
He caused them a lot of problems up top, and then we had a decision to make. We were slightly worried about Will's hamstring, so that's why I put Keogh back there and left it at that. Then Ben had to come off, so it meant that we changed shape and Will came on, and sadly his hamstring went. But I thought Keogh, other than trying to flick it over the forward's leg for the third goal, I thought he was really good at centre back. Then, having said I would never play him at centre back, but he brings a calmness and an authority and a leadership, and I think we've still got more to see from Keogh over at least one more season, mostly.
And like I said, it was a real battling performance against and effectively a full-time team as well.
They're a really good side. They've got an awful lot of Premier League appearances out on that pitch and a lot of Football League appearances. They've got players who experienced winning this league in the last couple of seasons, who they've been able to attract from higher up the pyramid. They bring a lot of money in. They've got good gates, so they bring a lot of money in. They've got a really good commercial setup, and they sweat the assets really well. So they bring the revenue in and they spend that on the team. Well, fair enough. You know, that's their right to do that. They do that by being daytime training model, which is apparently different to full time, but feels pretty similar. And you could see that today with the patterns of play. I thought they were superb the way they played out. I thought the fitness. I thought some of the set pieces were clever. They are a good side. They're worthy winners, worthy champions this year. I think they'll do okay next year. I think it's a tougher league. I don't think they'll find it quite as easy, but I'm sure they'll strengthen again in the summer. But the fact that we've given them 3 very tight games this year tells a lot about where we are as a side. And we need to focus on ourselves and keeping a lot of what we've got, add a little bit of quality, and have another go next season.
And we've so we'll sit down over the next couple of weeks like we did last year, and me and Alex have a chat and look over the season. But just as a short overview of the season, what's your thoughts? Obviously, it's been documented a point better than last season, a couple of positions higher than last season as well.
I think we're better off, defensively better, more points, better league position in a tougher league. It's progress. I'm disappointed given where we were at certain points in the season that we didn't capitalise on that. There's certainly a lot of learning from that spell in February, March. You saw which we reacted and brought some players in. We've talked about this before. We try and bring players in. We try and do things slightly differently. We try and look how we can change things. I thought Eden and Kai were a bit of a catalyst for helping us change our fortunes a little bit, and we kind of learn from that. But we've used 24, 25 starting players this season. A couple of them have only played one game, started one game. I think we've got a core of about 15 players who've played over 20 appearances, and that togetherness of the group, that dressing room, the commitment from those players has been superb, and it's a blueprint for what we want to do going forward. I'm hoping to keep a lot of that squad together. I'm hoping we'll add a bit of quality, but if we can keep the bulk of what we've got, I think we've set ourselves up to have another really good go at what I think will be a slightly easier league next season.
And a really, really good gate today as well. I think someone said it's 5 or 6 games in a row where we've hit over 500, and today was almost 1,000 today. So
Yeah, Stephen Ford said
positive.
it's 6 or 7 games now where we've had over 500. I mean, thank you. The fans are getting behind the side, and it means the world. But yeah, I think it's that relationship. We're putting on good performances. We're working hard. The fans can see that. The fans want to get behind that, and it makes a difference. You know, at this level of football, to be sustainable, we need fans through the gates. We need to put a show on and entertain them. The fans need to keep getting behind us, and that then goes into the coffers, and you know, hopefully lets us keep the players that we want to keep, and attract the players that will make the difference. It's been brilliant. The atmosphere was superb today. So it was a slightly odd day with, you know, I think they were celebrating having won the league. I think our fans were celebrating a good season. It was a really good atmosphere around the place, and you know, at the end, talking to some of the fans who were coming off the pitch, you know, really pleased with the season, and I am pleased with the season. I think I'm still need a few weeks to get over the what ifs, but it feels like a great place to be at the moment. I'm very proud to manage this club, and I'm really looking forward to what we can do next year.
Thanks, David.
Cheers, Nathan.